Wake up.
Get through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova. Let's go!
Jody and Hazy present the hottest invite in Adelaide this Fringe. Next to take the Nova's Red Room stage.
Hi, it's Cyril.
1, 2.
Superstar DJ Cyril.
And whenever I fall, what is true?
Playing all his dance floor hits under the stars at the Fantail at Gluttony in Rymel Park. Your home of music this Fringe. Tickets from gluttony.net.au.
I'm still into
See me live in Nova's Red Room.
Stream Cyril's latest hit, Still Into You. Available on all streaming platforms. The only way to win your invite to Adelaide's Party of the Year is to keep it on Nova.
So excited, let's go.
never I fall.
How good.
Oh, so good. What's absolute bangers from Cyril?
Yeah, and you would have just heard a collection of songs. You're like, oh my gosh, did Cyril play a part in that?
Did Cyril do all of that?
Yeah.
What an overachiever.
He's a jet.
Yeah.
And also the humble beginnings of country New South Wales,
Yes.
where he's from. Who would have thought that from there he turns into an international DJ? We are very, very excited to have Cyril as part of Nova's Red Room in Adelaide at Gluttony. 1,500 people absolutely rocking out. It's going to be epic.
Your opportunity to go along is happening very, very soon, so stick around.
Ooh, and I feel like should we probably talk to the great man?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Before we get there though, can we really get in the mood and soak up the vibe of Cyril?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a guy who, just picture yourself, 1,499 other friends and family rocking away at Gluttony to Cyril. This guy's a jet.
He's one of Australia's most talented DJs. Shot to fame in 2023 with this absolute banger.
Love is a lie.
And since then, the man who loves a bucket hat has amassed well over 1 billion streams of his music.
Happy New Year, Australia!
Playing Nova's Red Room where you can see him live. Please welcome Cyril.
Hello.
Good morning, Cyril.
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, we're so good. Welcome to Jody and Hazy, and also welcome to Nova's Red Room, if you don't mind.
So excited.
Mate, you have achieved your progression right at the moment is actually really fascinating to watch. Is this some sort of bucket list as well that you want to tick off? I mean, you've got some big things on the horizon, but I feel like Nova's Red Room is pretty cool because we only go for the best artists.
Top shelf.
Mate, it's a dream come true. Like, to do stuff to radio and, do stuff around Australia is just, absolutely phenomenal. Like, I never take anything for granted, and being able to do Nova Red Room is just absolutely huge.
When you hear figures like, okay, so stumbling in 510 million streams, Sound of Silence 398 million streams. What is it?
400 million since yesterday, actually.
Oh, sorry.
You got to keep up to date. It's always evolving. Be 401 by the end of this interview, probably.
What on earth do those figures do to a young kid from the country, basically?
I don't know. I just look at it like, hell yeah. But then I'll just keep going on with my day and just try to make more bangers to get more big hits.
Mate, do you know what's really fascinating as well is that we keep on hearing from other people about you, how that you are a laid-back kid from the country who likes to wear a bucket hat, who spins incredible tunes. Like, you're very, very grounded. Can you please keep that?
Absolutely, mate. I don't want to change a thing. Like, I don't worry about that.
We've got a bit of a clip from your Instagram account.
Hi, baby. Hey. I had a cute little shit.
No.
I'm going to cry if I come over to it.
Do you know what? I just get the feeling that your mum, she would be very good on Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah. So that is...
Oh, mate. She's unreal.
That is you presenting your mum with a brand new Mazda, which was so incredibly sweet. Was that really nice for you to be able to give back to your parents?
Absolutely. Mum's always drove a bomb. She's never had money and stuff. But she had this crappy old Ford Falcon. Nothing wrong with Ford, but this Falcon was shocking. And, I didn't even have power steering and just had squeaks and stuff. I'm like, I've got to get Mum a car. So I got home and I got my sister and Mrs. to come over with me and, we just picked up the car, got home and then, Mum had no idea. She texts me every couple of days. It's like, I told my friend that you got my new car, and it's got this feature, and it's got a sun visor. The list goes on and on. I'm sick of hearing about the bloody car.
The little perks of a new car.
Where on earth do you get your inspiration to remix some of these songs? Some of them are from way back in the day, like Stumbling In.
We can talk for another half an hour. It's all good. I don't know. I think just like growing up out bush, you sort of you don't really listen to like the new music coming out. It's always like your parents playing the old stuff. And I was just sort of like I was going through a bit of a crisis of like, what do I want to do? My son's going to be born. I'm not making enough money. I need to make something of myself and set up my son for greatness and have a great little family. So I was like, I need to find something that no one's done. And I was like, I know bangers that no one knows. I was like, I know what the bangers are. And so I just found a couple of just like, Sound of Silence is just like the cover of Disturbed is just so powerful. And the funny thing is it took hours and hours to try to warp the vocal to make it into a dance track. Stumbling In is just like, it's already got the foundations there to be a dance track. The melody in it's just completely house. So it's just about finding them little, little unicorns that are going to work on TikTok, but also work on, social media to radio. Yeah, I call them unicorns because you don't get many of them, but once you do, you're sweet. And now I've got Still Into You out, and that's pumping up to the top 20 now. So yeah, I'm very happy with. I'm about to have 3 unicorns.
Yeah, right. Well, Cyril, we cannot wait to meet you when you come to Adelaide for Nova's Red Room. It's going to be huge at Gluttony. We will be there, front row and centre on the night, just hands in the air, just going off.
I'm so bloody excited. Let's go on red wine.
Yes.
Best wine in Adelaide. Let's go.
Oh, that is true.
Well, maybe, Cyril, maybe we can flag this, Hazy. We could take Cyril out the day before and show him some of the most amazing wineries here in South Australia.
Oh,
would you be up for that, Cyril?
I would love that. That would be dream come true.
Hey, I'm just going to say this out in the open, Cyril. You know what the best part about it is? We can genuinely enjoy all these things and we can call it work.
Yeah.
And get them to pay for it.
And also,
absolutely. That's what I can say as well. Yeah.
Oh, mate. Live in Nova's Red Room, Cyril, Friday, 21st of March 2025 at the Fantail at Gluttony, mate. We can't wait to see you.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate your time.
Come on! Hi, it's Cyril.
Nova's Red Room Ring In.
Yes, he's going to be here 21st of March at Gluttony for Nova's Red Room. It's time now to give away the first batch of exclusive invitations.
yeah, this is where you sort of give me on a little time limit and put me under pressure and see how many people I can get on the list, on the guest list, the VIP guest list that I can.
I love your work in this space, by the way.
Oh, don't do that.
Very efficient. You don't get caught up in having conversations because it just needs to be basically one word. Get to the next caller. More people in, the merrier the situation.
Yes, all right.
Ooh, are you ready to go?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Just wait for it. Here we go. And we're on.
Let's go to Chad from Modbury. Good morning, Chad.
Hey guys, how you going?
Well, you're in. Well done. Kelsey from Anglevale. Hey, Kels.
Hello, how are you?
Good stuff. Alicia from Craigmore. Hey, Alicia.
Morning!
See you there. Danielle from Delamere. Hi, Danielle.
Morning, amazing.
You're coming along, you and 3 mates. Claire from Warrenale. Claire, hello.
Hello.
Hi. How you in? Jason from Wilfordvale. Hi, Jason.
Morning, everybody. How are we?
Okay, no time for chit-chat, Jason.
That's it. Well done, Jason. You're in, mate.
How many is that one?
Well, Jason, how are you?
Good, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks. You?
Invites for you and 3 mates. Jason, you're coming along. It is the international artist that is Cyril, Nova's Red Room, Friday, March 21st. We will see you there, mate.
Ooh, that's very good, Jason. I think you're about 6 there.
Yeah, I'm exhausted though. I need a little nap now.
Do you know what? I reckon you could get 7.
Oh, do you think?
After 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Should we do it again? Should we do another Nova's Red Room ring in?
Not right after 8 o'clock. I need a little rest.
Yeah, okay. Well, you need to get ready for Nova's birthday payday because that's coming up next on Nova.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know.
I need to know. I need to know. What's in the news today? I need to know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
Oh, my goodness. Have you been snapped?
What about this for a staggering figure? 35,000 drivers have been caught using mobile phones. And that is since the installation of the mobile phone cameras. More than $13 million worth of mobile phone detection fines have been issued since September last year. So motorists have been filmed driving while texting, drinking, I saw a guy with a beer on the news last night.
Mm-hmm.
Having a beer behind the wheel. And one image released on Sunday shows a road user holding a burrito in
Yes.
one hand. And that is a feat in itself because everyone knows burritos need two hands. So to attempt that while driving is just ludicrous.
Well, that particular person as well, am I right in saying a burrito in one hand
Yeah.
and a mobile phone in the other?
Oh my God, what's that?
So Lord knows how they were steering.
Goodness.
And
With their knees.
Yeah, their knees and for something else. And wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, but the thing, it's not impressive. It's actually the opposite. It's very unimpressive, you idiot.
I'll explain to you. I'll explain after.
Okay. So the thing that blows my mind about this, these mobile installation cameras, there are signs everywhere as you're approaching them.
Yeah.
So if you're going to text, maybe don't do it when you know there's a camera right above you.
Yeah, it's not.
Or don't do it at
It's
all.
not that simple though, Jodes. It's not that simple.
Isn't
So
it, mate?
there's one in Highmarsh. I'll tell you, there's one on Port Road in Highmarsh
Yeah.
heading towards out of the city.
Yep.
And I got done there a lot. I won't say how many times, but I got a few warnings before the fine system kicked in, and I haven't been done since she actually got fined. But it's very habitual. So, and it's not just on the phone or texting. I think I got done a couple of times changing music.
Yeah, okay.
So
on
you-
your Spotify.
Yeah.
Why don't you hook it up to your car so you can do that like on the screen on the car?
Well, I've since got that now.
Oh, that's so
But
clever.
I didn't have this a few months ago.
Well done, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So what was the thought process when you drove past that huge sign as you were approaching the cameras that says mobile phone detection cameras working in this area?
I thought, look at the size of that camera. I'm going to take a photo of it. Got the phone out. Get yourself in trouble. Quite seriously, though, I'm now, it's lodged in my brain.
Yes.
So it is working. I'm confident to say that I don't think I'm going to get done because I almost had to go for a stage where I was like, I'm going to take my phone, I'm going to put it in the back seat,
Yeah.
and I'm getting in the front seat and drive.
Okay.
But now it is lodged in my brain to not be anywhere near my phone while I drive. So
Do you know
it
what
works.
we take away from that? Andrew Hayes is a very slow learner, but he'll get there eventually.
Yes, eventually, he'll get there. Just got to give him a few opportunities, like heaps of opportunities.
How many exactly?
No, we don't need to go into
Yeah.
specific details. No, let's not get bogged down in details. Okay.
Righto.
All you need to know is I learnt. Hey, what about if you had a big weekend? It's probably nothing compared to a young bloke in Queensland.
This is extraordinary.
This story is absolutely outrageous. Where else but the Gold Coast? Young bloke by the name of Keegan Verho on the weekend allegedly gambled his entire week's pay and then he ended up asleep and woke up 100 metres up off the ground on top of a crane.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, that's right, on top of a crane.
Whoa.
Can you imagine how unbelievably bloody dangerous that is?
Yeah. So I know they're next to the casino, they're building like a whole tower and it is huge and 100 metres in the air. You think about a 10-metre tower, like swimming platform, 10 times that.
Yeah.
He's woken up.
That's where he's woken
Oh,
up.
that makes me feel sick.
It's really, really scary. He spoke to Channel 7 News.
Afterwards, everyone's like, "Oh, big night! What a weapon! He's a legend!" And it's like it's so much more than that.
It is. It's not just big night, you're a weapon, what a legend. It's much more than that. It's quite confronting if you really break it down.
Probably needs to assess his relationship with A, gambling, and B, alcohol, don't you think?
There's a few relationship assessments there for sure.
What was his name?
Keegan Verho.
I bet you all his mates were like, hey, where's Keegan? Where's Keegan going? Does anyone know? No one picked it.
Yeah.
No one guessed. He was
Because everyone's looking around, they weren't looking up.
Warning, the following segment is for mature audiences only and may contain adult content, graphic language, and nudity. Not that you'll see it. If easily offended, well, you're about to find out just how easily.
Your father, he's on the naughty list.
Jody and Hazy's Naughty at 6:40.
This is when we just sort of shake that sort of, I don't want to use it, but I'm going to say that smutty stuff out of our system, the stuff that's a little bit blue before we straighten up after 7 o'clock, and how appropriate, once again, we're talking about Bonnie Blue.
Well, I just feel like you should rename this whole segment the Bonnie Blue at 6:40.
She's prominent at the minute.
I feel like you're a little bit obsessed.
She's really riding her moment in the sun. Do you know what I mean?
This is like
do you know what I'm saying there?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
This is like the third Bonnie Blue story within a week and a half. So what you got now?
Okay, if you're just waking up for the first time to Bonnie Blue and some of her work, she's an OnlyFans/porn star. And quite famously, she shagged 1,057 men in 24 hours to set a brand new world record. So,
that deserves a round of applause.
yeah, spot on. Good call, girl. We spoke about Bonnie Blue last week because she had hinted that after this big feat that she may have been pregnant by posting some cravings.
Whoa.
So what's happened is she has now she's come out and said that she is not pregnant. And what happened was that she was just doing it to raise some money for a friend's IVF. And people online are a little bit mixed in their emotions and their opinions on this.
That's fair. You were saying that on Twitter, you can see a lot of Bonnie Blue.
Oh my very goodness.
What? I'm not on Twitter, so explain.
So, and I didn't know this. Is this the new movement under Musk? Like, if you say that you're over 18, and you should definitely do that, kids, only if you're over 18, you can post anything on X.
Oh, right.
Like anything.
So,
I mean anything. So if you're Bonnie Blue and your work involves some pretty out there risque stuff, you can post a clip to your X site, which she has.
Full sort of action.
Full action. Multiple people.
Well, at the same time.
Blue. It's really quite confronting.
Wow.
And I don't confront easily.
No, you don't. You're
so there
not.
you go.
Yeah, but yet you're blushing now.
I'm very much blushing. Unbelievable.
I'm going to go so far as to say that Bonnie Blue is the only woman on the planet that makes you blush.
Yeah, that's true. Do you know what she gets away with as well, Joe? This is what I'll say. If anyone else did it, and if it was a hard-nosed Aussie who was like, yeah, this is what I'm doing, I think that they'd be judged more.
Yeah.
She has this beautiful English accent. And I think a lot of people hear and go, oh, well, she's just lovely.
Oh, isn't she gorgeous? As she bonks 4 men at the same time.
4 men. 1,057 men, actually. Interesting as well that since this information has come out, in terms of her not being pregnant, we've actually obtained some leaked audio of the moment that the information was released. That's 1,057 men at the same time finding out that she's not pregnant.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. That is a good joke.
Jody and Hazy's Monday morning joke off.
Best way to start the week. We've said that since day dot.
And I'm super excited because producer Molly will make her joke off debut this morning.
Oh, she is. Well done.
Hang on. It was last week.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah. Well done. Well done.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's pretty memorable then, wasn't it?
Yeah, clearly. All right, who wants to go first? Bit of feedback from the boss Josh. He said that maybe Molly should get hers out of the way.
Yeah, just rip it off, Molly.
Okay.
Or set a really high standard. What do you got?
I think we'll just rip it off.
Okay.
Did you hear about the guy whose left side was cut off?
Oh, no.
His whole left side was cut off.
Yeah, he's all right now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I like
That's
it.
not too bad.
All right.
Do you want me to go next?
Yes, please.
Because by all indications, your joke's really excellent. We should finish with it.
My joke's about willies. You're going to love it.
I'm into those jokes.
I
That's
know.
good. So what about this? A guy sitting at home when he hears a knock at the door. He opens the door and he sees a snail on the porch.
What?
He picks up the snail and he goes, no, that's it. And he throws it as far as he can. Whew. Snail's gone.
Oh, no.
Got some good distance.
Yeah.
4 weeks later, there's a knock at the door. He opens it, and would you believe it, he sees the same snail.
No way.
And the snail says, "Oi, what the f*** was that all about?" Excuse me, joke got away from me there a little bit.
Okay. That's
Disgruntled snails.
Oh, I know.
Disgruntled
Slow, but vengeful.
Oh my gosh, they don't forget anytime
No,
soon.
exactly right. Okay, did you hear about the family that went to the zoo and then they got to the elephants and the daughter noticed something really odd, and so she looks at her mum and says, "Mum, what is that thing hanging down from the elephant?" And she answers, "Oh, that's just his trunk. Don't worry about it. Don't even look at it. It's fine." And the daughter's like, "Nah, that's not right. In the back bit." And the mum goes, "No, that's his tail." And the daughter goes, No. Underneath. And the mum blushes and says, "Oh, that's nothing." And so the daughter's very confused. So she goes to her dad and says, "Dad, what's that thing hanging down under the elephant?" And he goes, "Oh, that's his willy." And the daughter replies, "Why then, when I asked my mummy, she said it was nothing." And the dad goes, "Oh no, she's just spoiled." Come on.
I get it.
Come
I
on.
get it because as a man, we've all been in a situation where we feel very, very little physically.
Yeah, okay.
And it's hard, Jodes. It's hard.
Is it hard?
You don't understand what it's like.
Yeah, I.
Damn elephants making us look bad.
Jody and Hazy's sealed section.
Here's the drill, the sealed section. Sometimes there's some questions that make you go, ooh, I'm not sure that you can talk about that. Oh, maybe I've thought about that. So I need some answers.
Yeah.
It's yourself, Jody, and of course, it's the lovely Tiff Warren from 10 News First. G'day, Tiff.
Good morning. Woo. Joining us as well is producer Molly. Good morning, Molly.
Hello.
She's sort of the voice of the younger generation, you know.
100%. Yes, and doing a very good job.
Oh, thanks.
Molly as well.
That's nice.
What am I? Am I not the younger generation? Probably not.
Still young, but a little bit older.
Young-ish.
Can I say that? Youngish. No, still very, very young.
Young adults.
They've got a 3 in
And
front of it.
super young at heart. Very young at heart too.
Very, yeah.
Maybe too young.
Arguably, yes.
Maybe immature.
She is actually. If you saw her desk at 10 News First, I work next to a child.
Shut up,
It's like
Jodie.
having to say to my child, "Please clean your room." In this case, Tiffany, please clean your desk.
And I clean it by dumping it from mine to yours.
Onto mine.
Well, that's irresponsible.
Oh, well.
it?
It's not old food scraps or coffee cups
Yes.
or anything. Oh, it
No,
is.
it's not.
Yes,
What?
it-
That's defamatory. It's not. It's not. It's not.
It's
Is it?
used utensils
It's
quite
not.
often.
It's
Oh.
Brother,
Exactly.
what's that?
What is
Grow up.
that? What's
Just
that
you
growing?
wait, Jodie Oddie.
Okay, you open the sealed section, please.
All right, here we go. What do we got? Okay, I've got it here. It says, if you're told not to tell anyone, can you tell your partner? Oh, that's interesting.
Because you would assume that anyone is anyone, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this has happened to producer Molly from the look on your
It
face.
has. So a friend of mine told me something recently.
Was it juicy?
Yes.
How juicy?
Very.
Right.
Yes. So much so I wouldn't tell you.
No, go on.
Off air.
Too juice. Too much juice.
Too juice.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Too
she
acidic.
told me this, and she said, "I'm going to tell you blah because I feel like I need some advice."
And what was blah, for example?
A juicy piece of information.
Did it involve A, infidelity, B? Sorry, no, go.
Am I reading this
And-
wrong way? Did you open a juice bar or something? What is it?
She told me the information and said, "Look, this is what's happened. Don't tell anyone. I assume you're going to tell Jeremy, who's my partner, but other than that, lips are sealed." And
Okay.
I thought, I probably wouldn't have told him
Oh.
said information.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
a good friend.
I do think when someone tells you something that is confidential, there is an assumption that that person will tell their partner.
Is there?
Yeah.
Yes.
A
It's called
genuine
partner
assumption?
privilege. Yeah.
Yes.
Partner privilege.
Yeah, I just made that up.
That's
It's called
the
that.
thing. It
Yeah.
sounds like it's a thing,
In my
though.
house it is.
So if I told you something that was like a secret, I'm working on the assumption you're telling Cara.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so you deliver me that information knowing that Cara's probably going to know.
It's like, don't tell anyone, but asterisks. I know you're going to tell Cara.
Okay.
Yeah. There's an
I would
asterisk.
never think that.
Really?
I don't know if it's because I was single for quite a while.
Oh.
So when people tell me stuff, I'm like, oh, well, this is just me in my little world.
In your little vortex.
Yeah.
That's nice of you.
But yeah, I guess I wouldn't assume it. But I don't know if that's why.
13, 24, 10. If you say to someone, don't tell anyone, are you assuming they're going to tell their partner? Or do you think, no, don't tell anyone, and that means anyone on the planet?
Yeah.
There has been in this circle of Tiff Warren, Andrew Hayes, and Jodie Oddie a breach of trust in this area.
Big time. Juicier than your juice bar, too, by the way, Molly.
Yeah.
Incredible saints.
So we'll work out who breached the trust next. But 13, 24, 10, where do you all sit on this? If you tell someone a secret, do you assume they'll tell that secret to the partner? Or do you think, no, they're not going to tell anyone? 13, 24, 10, let's do it.
All right, we'll take calls next.
Jodie and Hazy's sealed section.
Yes. Sometimes questions come across your desk and they come out of a particular envelope and you're like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. I found myself in that situation. So it is producer Molly. It is Tiff Warren from 10 News First. And of course, it is the fearless Jodie Oddie. And the question this week is, if you're told not to tell anyone, can you tell your partners?
Is there like, what did you call it? Partner privilege?
Yeah, it's partner privilege.
It is partner privilege.
It's partner privilege. For example, Jodie Oddie, if you say to me, I've got a secret, Tiff, I'm going to tell you, and you tell me, unfortunately for you, next minute, this is me on the phone. Beep, boop, beep, boop. That's me dialing my hand. Beep, boop. Hey, Joel. Hi, darling. Yeah, hi, baby.
Hey.
Yeah. Jodie just told me she's really itchy down there. Yeah, I know. She's sick. Yeah, she's a sicko. Yeah, I know. What do you want for dinner? Steak? Yeah, cool. All right, love you. See you later. Bye.
Yeah. And Joe's
That's
like,
that.
you didn't even hang up on me.
Yeah.
I heard that whole conversation.
Three-way conversation.
I know exactly what you just
To
did.
clarify, you're not itchy down there, are you, Joe?
Definitely not, but thank you for making the whole of Adelaide think that is
That was
the
at
case.
4 For example.
Oh, thank you so much. You've still
Yeah.
planted the seed, though, babe.
It's partner privilege.
Yeah.
It's just between me, Joel, and all of Adelaide.
What a tight group.
We are taking your calls 13 24 10. If you're told not to tell anyone, can you tell your partner? We have had a situation, and I would say, Andrew Hayes, this is the only time, one, I've ever betrayed your trust,
Yeah.
and two, we've ever had a fight.
Yeah. I'll never trust you again. Ever again. Nah, it's okay. We worked through it. But in short, I said, hey, look, I'm going to tell you this, but don't tell anyone. And I probably did assume that you were going to tell Greg. I trust Greg, your beautiful husband. So anyway, you went and delivered this particular information to Tiff Warren from 10 News First.
Partner privilege.
Well, best friends.
Partner privilege.
Best friends count.
And then this particular information, like I feared, quickly got around like a
That
virus.
wasn't me.
That wasn't.
That wasn't me.
Confirmation it was you, but it wasn't.
It wasn't
your fault.
No, it wasn't
It
my
was
fault.
Jodie's fault because she wasn't supposed to tell him. When I said, "Why did you tell Tiff?" She said, "Oh, it's okay. It's only Tiff." I said, "No, literally. When I say don't tell anyone, I mean don't tell anyone."
Not even my work wife?
No.
Oh, okay, well then.
No.
Maybe you should have enunciated. Don't tell anyone, including Tiff.
Yeah, that's on you,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it's on me.
actually on
It's
you.
my
It's
fault.
actually on you.
I apologise, ladies. I'm so sorry.
Well, can you please round this conversation out by saying I did apologise profusely and realise the error of my ways?
Yeah.
Just so you know, down the track, if you tell me something juicy, I will tell you.
I know. So from that, I just took, don't deliver too much sort of juiciness to Jodie because it's going to end up in the ears of Tiff Warren.
Yeah.
And what lovely ears they are.
They're gorgeous ears. Let's go to Christine from Para Hills. Where do you sit on this, Christine?
I think it depends on the situation and who it is about.
Oh, yes. That's a good point. Does that does the partner know the other people involved?
And is he loyal to that person?
Oh, okay.
That's a good point, Christine. Yeah, because quite often I will say to people, I'm going to tell you this, but please don't tell anyone. And if they're not in my industry, they'll be like, well, who am I going to tell? I don't know anyone in your circle.
And quite often I'll say things to my wife, Cara, and she'll say that. She'll be like, why do you think who am I going to tell this to?
Kids.
That's a
Lottie,
very good point.
guess what?
That's a very good point. I have to tell someone. I'll tell my 6-year-old son.
Thank you, Christine.
There you go.
That's a good
All right.
point.
All right, let's get the calls coming. 13 24 10. Where do you sit on this via the sealed section? If you're told not to tell anyone, can you tell your partners? Classic example of Jodie doing just that and telling her best friend Tiff Warren when I told you a secret a few months
Move
ago.
on. It was ages
Grow
ago.
up. It was good gossip.
Jodie and Hazy's sealed section.
Okay, in the sealed section, when you tell someone something that you trust and you say, don't tell anyone, do you work on the assumption that they're going to tell their partner? Because you can't really hide stuff from your partner because then it feels like you're lying by omission. I don't know. Thoughts, 13 24 10, we're taking your calls.
Yes, Tiff Warren from 10 News First. Just sort of found yourself in a bit of a sticky situation involving me and Jodie, where I told Jodie to not tell anybody something. She told you, and then did you tell someone how to get away? And next minute, the whole world's talking about it. You're both looking at each other.
I don't know. I'm not a blabbermouth, is all I'll say.
No, she's not.
I'm not, actually.
Maybe the person she told she trusted and then...
Oh, but that's how it works, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Because are we all of the assumption now that we tell our partners everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect you'll tell Cara everything. I expect you'll tell Joel everything. That's
And you're
how,
not wrong.
That's how it works.
Sometimes I don't tell Cara because I just know that she's not going to care.
She won't-
Yeah. I must say the example I used before, which was if Jodie told me she was itchy down there.
Can you stop?
Yeah.
Stop doing
As an
that.
example, Joel probably wouldn't care.
He would laugh though.
He also
He probably
wouldn't
doesn't
want
need
to know that information.
While we're eating dinner, if I say, guess what, darling?
Yes.
Guess what Jodie told me today?
It's also the nature. It's in the nature of the secret, though. If
It is in the
was
nature.
something that genuinely was life changing and could upset a lot of people, then you keep it to yourself, don't you?
Sure.
Or an embarrassing
Maybe.
body secret. I wouldn't
Stop
actually
it.
tell him about your embarrassing
Oh
body
my God,
secrets.
Simran from Winvale. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I was just listening. This conversation is very interesting. So I can tell you confidently that you can tell your husband openly what you have secret because half of the time they're not listening. And then when they come to know about it and you say, yeah, I told you, man. You didn't listen as usual. Yeah, so that's what happens at my place. So yeah, I can independently, openly tell my husband all the secrets and then say, oh, you were not listening.
Simran, that's so true. I can openly tell my husband the juiciest story in the world, and I'd still see his back walking out the door not listening.
Oh, Greggy.
So true, Simran. Thank you so much for your call.
There you go. So we're at the conclusion that you can tell your partners.
I think partner privilege, it's a thing. Yeah.
All right, there
We
you
win.
go. I think we've locked this one down.
Don't think we do win. I think we've been outed as the blabbermouths that we are.
I need to know. I need to know now.
I need to know. I need to know.
I need to know what's in the news today.
To know this.
Here's what you need to know.
What you need to know with Jody and Hazy.
Absolutely staggering figures. 35,000 drivers have been caught using their mobile phones. That is $13 million worth of mobile phone detection revenue in and around Adelaide. I think there's like 6 mobile detection, but 35,000.
Yes.
That's crazy. So just a couple of people who've been filmed driving while texting. One was driving with a beer behind the wheel. One image released showed a road user holding a burrito in one hand and their mobile phone in the other.
That's very illegal, but also I'd like to know the mechanics how that is even possible. Does that mean they're steering with their knees?
Yeah, potentially.
Wow. And if not their knees, then what?
Oh, who knows? That would be very clever, though, wouldn't it?
So many questions, Jodes.
Without answers.
Really? Hey, I'll admit, I got done more than once before the fine system actually came in. I got the warning letter.
But you've learnt your lesson, right?
Yes, I haven't since the fine system came in. I haven't been done.
Yeah. My quick question to you without notice is, what were you thinking when you were driving each and every day along Port Road to Channel 7, the same route, and you saw that big sign that said mobile detection cameras in this area? There wasn't a heads up?
Well, yes, I learned that the hard way. Well, not the hard way because I didn't get a fine, but do you know what? Quite seriously, for me, it wasn't just about straight away you think, oh, well, people calling or people texting or even scrolling on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I got done a couple of times changing music.
Oh, yeah.
Or reaching over, grabbing your phone to change music. I didn't have Bluetooth or whatever it was, Apple CarPlay at that stage.
Yeah.
And bang, you'll get done. So you should.
You certainly weren't changing the station off Nova, were you, at any point in your car?
Absolutely not. I'd sort of verge the different variances of Nova.
Yeah, right. Like 5AA.
Yes.
Same company,
yes.
So that's safe?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Because that makes sense, doesn't it? You know, man, I'm a big 5AA listener.
Aren't you just?
Yes.
You, all over,
That's
all
where I
up
get my
in
information.
David Pempathy's grill all the
Big time. It's quite confronting for Pembo sometimes.
Normally when he's out in the balcony having a durry, you're right there.
That's me. I'll pop up and he's like, give me some space, brother. I need some information. Inject it into my ears, please, Pembo. What about the story that's doing the rounds from your part of the world, and that is the Gold Coast?
Fabulous Gold Coast.
I'll put this question to you. Have you ever woken up after a big night not knowing where you are?
Not really, no.
Okay, well, even if you have you ever woken up 100 metres up on top of a crane?
This is insane.
This is ridiculous. So this is a young bloke by the name of Keegan Verho. He had one of the all-time big nights. Obviously, a lot of alcohol was consumed, and also he gambled away his entire week's worth of pay that night.
Man, I'm familiar with that casino and its work because I went in there as an 18-year-old, and my first experience as gambling, I bet $50, which was my whole entire 3-hour shift at the Robina Bakery on a Saturday morning. And I put it on red, and of course it came up black. And I don't think I've ever gambled since. It made me feel so very sick that you could lose all that hard work in one go.
Why
Imagine
did you choose
how Keegan
black?
felt. So much regret.
Oh, don't gamble. So Keegan as well. So just imagine, and the picture is actually really, really confronting. If he had just rolled ever so slightly in his sleep, can you imagine? It's really, really scary. He spoke to 7 News. This is what he had to say.
Afterwards, everyone's like, oh, big night, what a weapon, he's a legend. And it's like, it's so much more than that.
It is. And to Keegan's mates who were sending him a text saying, you're such a weapon, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't endorse his behaviour, please.
No. Keegan probably needs to sit down and assess his relationship with A, alcohol, and B, gambling. I think
there's a bit going on there.
Yeah.
100%.